It is OBS Inception. And some Dragon Age. So it's been a few days since I've been on the game. Just been pretty busy, but yeah, all fine. Let's steal some stuff from Morrigan, shall we? Ah, that would have been really funny. Get rid of this. And level up. I think that's all the decks we're really going to need. No, 36 we'll need eventually. Okay. There is a quest item that is in here later on that you need for Morrigan's quest. I've always wondered if it's in this chest.
Now is better than later.
And if there's ever a time when you can actually get in there and get to it, you know. Alright.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm not, thanks to Morrigan's mother.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
If you're Flemeth... No, I'm not going to say that, 'cause you wouldn't know. Yeah, we can't be safe here. We're all Darkspawn.
The largest part of the Horde has moved on. We are safe enough for now. Old Flemeth knows a thing or two about hiding. The longer you are here, the less that is true, however. These things will notice you eventually.
So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
It changed when most of them were slaughtered. Oh no, the land is hardly united thanks to Lothering. So you could say any of these, but I think number 4 is what you would do as a noble, you know?
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
What is this archdemon exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
We should contact the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Kaelin already summoned them. They'll come if they can, but I expect Lothering has already taken steps to stop them. We must assume they won't arrive in time.
What could the Turn hope to gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
You think the Owl will believe us over the Turn?
I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keep in mind that Logain was also an honourable man.
The Jarl would never do what Tairn Logain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Al Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
Surely there's other allies we can call upon.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Why not? That's what the Grey Wardens do, isn't it?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I'll be happy with just staying alive.
Come to think of it, that would be nice.
Well, don't expect me to do everything. There is, however, one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
What makes you think you wanna?
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Alright, we'll take it with us.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
Understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
She won't come to harm with us.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
Nah, I prefer you speak your mind.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Get over yourself, Alistair.
If you worry that I will summon demons and transform into an abomination, I assure you I will at least wait until you are not looking.
I feel better already.
I do have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Are you really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
It's just difficult to imagine her, you know.
Young? Married? Pregnant? Who said she was any of these things? I certainly did not.
Have you ever been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
Tell me about this village in the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
That's not very reassuring.
We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. It is important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The Darkspawn are camped further in the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Yeah, excellent. You'll be of some use.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
Alright, I have no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Alrighty. It's pretty crazy you get all these quests this early. Do you know what I mean? But hey. Lothering. You do lose access to certain areas as the Horde advances. Lothering being one of them.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess that fellow is the leader.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
You're toll collectors, then?
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Perhaps you should charge more, then.
You want to pay more? Well, we'll happily accept donations.
I'm just saying it's a rough business for such, you know, a pittance.
I could be mistaken, but that sounded threatening.
Sounded like a threat to me.
Interesting, because you seem a bit outnumbered.
It's hard to be outnumbered by common thugs.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Fair enough.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
I see enemies
We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
Well, you picked the wrong target.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
Want some questions answered?
But what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
What exactly have you been doing?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tearn Logain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
Have you heard about any survivors from the battle?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
What news have you heard?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Tearn Logain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
Alright.
Well then, let me go!
You follow my lead. I could always use some more soldiers.
What, are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier.
Well, you can die. Your choice.
I'm not going down without a fight!
Yeah, you are. You're gonna have to get used to Morrigan kill stealing.
All right, all right.
No. Could do with one of those.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
You have been very quiet, Alistair.
Yes, I know. I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long, then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Yeah, I need to look for Fergus. He might still be alive.
He was out scouting in the wilds, wasn't he? That's what the king said.
Then attempting to look for him there would be foolish. He is either dead or he managed to flee to the north.
Very sensitive.
I am simply saying that it is foolish to mount a rescue when you have no notion where this man is and the wilds are overrun with darkspawn. You will either find him somewhere outside the wilds with other survivors, or not at all.
Got a point. We should try and use these treaties then, I presume.
I agree. Have you looked at them?
Yes. What do you mean?
The treaties, the ones we got from Flemeth. With these, we will be able to ask for assistance. Maybe even raise an army. There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Is there a way to contact the other Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Why are you leaving this up to me, by the way?
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
Right, we need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Where is Arleman?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Where will we find the Dalish Elves?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully, they will still be there.
What about the dwarves?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
On the Circle of Magi?
That will be at their tower on Lake Carlenhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
And what about Lurgain?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Right, let's get going.
Then you have a plan.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Refugee camps, yeah.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
There isn't enough food. Even the chantry is preparing to leave. Where are we supposed to go?
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
Just travelling through.
Good. No room here for any more outsiders.
I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you mean?
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The chantry and tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Are you keeping us from going in?
I'm just warning you, things may not be as hospitable as you would expect. People are frightened.
Is anyone in charge here?
The band has marched north with Tern Logain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
Ah, look how they moan.
Okay.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Get rid of the tiny part and I'll consider it.
Haha, I'm not the only one with some business sense.
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
The word cretins. Any of these cretins would do the same. Can you beat the offer, sister?
You want me to bid against him? We don't have that kind of coin.
What do I get if I help you? Let me make it easier for you.
We have nothing to offer but our gratitude.
It's time for you to go then, isn't it?
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
I suppose it's not right to turn off desperate folk, I guess.
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
Lower your prices or lose your goods.
Maker's breath. Sometimes it's truly not worth operating this far south.
Just charge what you would have before this tragedy.
Fine, yes, just stop complaining. You're giving me a headache.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
I don't... This is the thing, right? I really don't like how you get a disapproves there, because I didn't have a choice, okay? I get if Morrigan didn't like the choice that I picked, that's fine, right? But she didn't say that. She said, "Oh, we're getting involved in every dispute in the village now, are we?" You know. But no, we're not. The game forced me to do that. I didn't want to talk to these people. The game did that. So why am I getting a -3? It just seems a bit harsh. But I think that system is why there's a gift thing in the game with lots of gifts that you can do.
Are you here to make my head ache, or do you actually want to buy something?
I'm here to make your head ache.
Mission accomplished. I hope you're happy. Are you here to make my head ache, or do you actually want to buy something?
Nah, I'm joking. Let me see what you got.
It isn't much, but take a look if you want.
Well, maybe I can give you some nice stuff then. That I don't need. That's all I get rid of for now, because I think we got other things coming up.
Ah, the Chantry board. Yes, let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as well as a few coppers.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, "My hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one."
Greetings. You don't talk much, do you?
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's chanted Devons.
Is he touched in the head or something?
No, he's a chanter. One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
So if I want to thatch a roof, I talk to this guy?
There's all sorts of things on his board. Even travelling sellswords sometimes turn in postings.
So he really can't speak at all?
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
The chanter says what?
What?
Oh, you got him to speak. Ha!
What hath man's sin wrought?
Oh, he cheated.
This, okay, right, before I go on, this is part of the reason why I love Dragon Age Origins compared to the rest of them. That moment doesn't happen in 2 or Inquisition or in Veilguard. I'm telling you now. It doesn't happen. Like in fact, I got to pick that, you know? In Dragon Age 2, you've got like sarcastic, stoic, or aggressive. That's it, right? You know, and there's real ownership of what your character says in Origins. Because not every character would say something like that. You know, a chanter says what? Just to try and catch him out. But obviously, you know, Royce is mischievous. He's the younger son of a noble lord. He's fucking around, you know? He's busting balls. Have anything of interest on the board?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Okay. Bandits. Oh yeah, we can kill bandits. It's fine.
Your living heart! Play with it! The legions of evil are on your doorstep! They will feast upon our hearts! There is nowhere to run! This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts!
Please, you're scaring the children!
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands! There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This man bears their evil stench! Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Is no one going to shut this madman up?
Be my guest. I've no urge to try out that axe of his.
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people! Darkness swallowed the marshes whole! This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
Don't be a fool. Darkspawn can be defeated.
No! I have seen them! You cannot run! You cannot fight!
Standing around and shouting won't save you.
There is nothing to do! No hope is left!
Could you cluck like a chicken when you do that?
Are you calling me a coward?
I know dogs made of sterner stuff than you.
I am shamed. But the monsters will take you all! The blackness will come!
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
There's always hope. Muster your bloody courage.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
The evil shall descend upon us!
I wonder if this guy gives us a reward for that.
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
So if you know what that voice is, that is Hawk from Dragon Age 2. Pretty cool.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
Do I look like a refugee to you?
So many are coming to Lothering. I make no assumptions. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Do you know there were bandits on the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Brian will appreciate that.
Who's in charge?
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Heard any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Right, see ya.
Make her watch over you.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us. Yes? Who might you be?
You can call me Royce.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights?
Do many of his knights come here?
Some have in recent days. Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Things seem very dire.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
They won't bother you again, I killed them.
All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service?
Sure.
If it interests you, there is a Chanters board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I'm actually a Grey Warden, if you could help me.
I see. That is certainly worthy of notice. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the King's death. You know this, I hope.
We did no such thing.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Is there any help you can offer?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
Thank you.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Cabinet. Oh, it's over there.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Very nearly, Sir Donald. May I introduce my fellow Grey Warden? We are the last two in Ferelden, as far as I know.
Terrible news indeed. But I'm glad to meet you, good sir. Might I know your name?
You can call me Royce. Pleasure to meet you.
I trust you are staying discreet, with the bounty placed on your heads.
We've heard Loghain's accusations, but he's the one who betrayed the king.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn with the rest of them?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
We need his help against Tern Loghain.
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
Is there any point of going to Redcliffe, then?
He may be dead already. Or perhaps his luck has changed in the weeks I have been gone.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
So your quest for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Tell me more about this urn.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
I'd like to hear what you've learned.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I dealt with the bandits that killed him.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
And when the Maker spoke,
oh, okay. Actually some good stuff in there.
fear and ignorance. Let those who cry out.
Ooh, crash. Not good. Right, figured out what was causing that crash. It's cool this, because I can just pause the recording rather than actually stopping it in the new update, which is pretty cool. But anyway, back to Dragon Age. Yeah, so what was happening was the graphics are on high and the engine can't really handle it. Which is fair, you know, it is what it is. So we turn the graphics down and walk outside again and it all works. Not that you can really tell the graphics are down. Let me just I'll turn them down again. You've got to turn anti-aliasing off. I'll turn everything down to medium. What that does is it feeds up a little bit of memory in the game. So it doesn't matter how powerful your PC is with Dragon Age Origins. It's that older game. It will generally balk itself, essentially, in certain areas. So you've got to be very careful.
Are you here to make my head ache, or do you actually want to buy something? Mission accomplished. I hope you're happy.
No,
Are you here to make
I
my...
literally just want to... Yeah. So, yeah. You just got to be careful with old games, I suppose. Okay, everything else we're kind of keeping until we go and get some more characters, I think.
Mother, where are you? Have you seen my mother?
Beat it.
Nobody will help me find her. Why can't I find her?
Just how smart are Mabari supposed to be, anyway? Do you think they understand everything we say? Oh, is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know. Hey now! There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy? Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? That's what the Chantry kept telling me anyhow.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said that all the Redcliffe knights were looking for it, as if they didn't have anything better to do. I don't get it. Ah, don't mind us. Just talk, that's all.
Maker's blessing to you.
Well, look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a fellow by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen him.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there is no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Looks like he wants a fight. I'm happy to oblige.
Right, let's make this quick.
Right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
The Grey Wardens didn't betray King Cailan, Loghain did.
I was there. The turn pulled us out of a trap.
The turn left the king to die.
The Wardens led the king to his death. The turn could do nothing.
You really are blind.
Please wait!
They have surrendered. They were no match for you. Let them be.
Take a message to Loghain.
What do you want to tell him?
He'll pay for what he's done. We're coming for him.
I'll tell him. Right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
Who are you anyhow?
Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
And is there something you wanted from me?
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Why are you so eager to come with me?
The Maker told me to.
Right. I believe this is where I back away slowly.
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
I need more than prayers, I'm afraid.
I can fight. I can do more than fight. As I said, I was not always a lay sister. I put aside that life when I came here. But now, if it is the Maker's will, I will take it up again. Gladly. Please let me help you.
Very well. I won't turn away help if it's offered.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down. Indeed.
Don't worry, we're not going to be without the dog for a long time. Where is my... Here he is. Right, so what we can do is studded leather armor. And we'll give you ash longbow and some fire arrows.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
You're out of food?
Whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
Don't worry about him, I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Show me what you got. More health poultices is always good. More lesser injury kit is also good.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
Why should I help you?
The Blackstone Irregulars fought alongside the King's army against Orlais. We've helped nobles defend their land and given our service to people in need for generations. Our current captain, Raelnor, is an honorable man who sees that we can do some good in Ferelden once more. He is so confident in our mission that he trusted the Grey Wardens would support us.
All right.
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Okay. These are people who are supposed to be with the reg. Okay. Deserters, deserters, deserters. Okay. I doubt that Peter Gritch is in here, right?
So how is it that Terran Logain survived when even the Grey Wardens didn't make it out of that place down south?
I heard he saw just in time what those Grey Wardens were doing and saved his men. He's a hero, that's what he is.
Too bad he couldn't save poor King Kalen. Blast those Grey Wardens, they deserve what they got and more.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Oh, what?
Lothering's full up with refugees. Might be space in Alison's barn. Speak up.
I'm not a refugee, I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden, are we? Did I mention I'm the bleeding Queen of Ferelden? I'm no young skirt looking for a tumble, or some elder you can bully. Looks like you can fend for yourself tonight.
Alright. I know she's got a quest marker above her head, but you know.
Dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
Mara de starit, mera de twasit, abana kyun, maras shokra, ananne sam kyun. You aren't one of my captors.
I remember the revered mother mentioning this man. She called him a savage from the far north.
I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace.
You're a prisoner? Who put you there?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I'm Royce. Pleased to meet you.
You mock me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
Why did you end up in there?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
That's pretty horrible.
I agree.
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
If you feel guilty about the murder, why did you do it? Now get ready for one of the best lines ever in gaming. You ready?
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
I'll wait for that to come up in the top. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. It's nice. I find that quite a comforting line. Right? Either you have a memory that's nice because it forgets all the pain that you've gone through, or you've led a really terrible life. Boring, you know, nothing in it, but if you don't have any regrets. I love that, because it means that even the hard times have meaning. Do you know what I mean? I love that. It's one of the best lines ever in gaming. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. I love it. Capturing you must have been difficult.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
You didn't resist capture?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to.
What an odd thing to do.
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
Yeah, you regretted what you did, okay. How long have you been in there?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
It's a long time to live without food or water.
Compared to your kind, maybe.
Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways to redeem yourself.
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you alone for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
I do wonder why he went crazy.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Right.
Right. Sorry, just little things that. Right. Then it just loads. I don't know why. I don't know why that tickled me so much. Oh my god. Right.
You ever wonder if that's an accurate likeness of Andraste? Maybe she was ugly. Maybe she had buck teeth. How will we know?
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
Who are you?
I am the revered mother of this Chantry. Traditionally, those who seek my blessing tithe first.
I pay you for your blessing? Fuck off. Are you joking?
A great number of people could be fed and clothed for a fraction of your finery. But you must do as your heart wills. What can I do for you, then?
I want to talk to you about Sten, the Canary you've got imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
I want him freed. I might have use for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody, actually.
And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
So, if you don't go in here with Leliana, she doesn't give you the key. In fact, you might need to threaten her to get the key. And Alistair hates that. Hates it. But, you know, even though it is quite amusing, he hates it. Right, we can turn all the graphics back up now because we're out of that place. It's only the transitions that the game seems to struggle on. Again, it really doesn't matter what kind of PC you've got, I'm afraid. It's gonna do it either way.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
Ha! You see them soldiers run like frightened children? Way to go!
Alright.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
Does it matter? Oh no, she agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
How can you help us exactly?
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Alright, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
And what if I don't lead to your atonement?
Then I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Okay, we're gonna keep who we've got.
Of all the... Indeed.
Because, well, I don't really have a reason. I just want to. Well, Sten, in my, you know, he's been in that cage for a long time, so. There's one deaded.
I'll get on it.
I fucking hate the spiders in this. These look horrible. Okay. Landmark tree. Do you see anything interesting? Oh. Okay. He's just peed on the tree. Okay,
I'm
fair
here.
enough. Well done. Okay. That's the last of those.
What do you wish of me?
Never mind. Take all of his gear.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
That's actually quite a lot of money. Okay, kill a bear. Okay, and a keepsake for that ginger lad who we told to beat it. Keepsake for his mother around here somewhere. More money's always good. Always.
Bet you I could kill it in 2 blows. I'll get on it.
Holy shit, there's a lot of it. You found the body of the boy's mother and have recovered a keepsake. Oh, that sucks. Ah, bears. Right, that should be that, really. One thing about BioWare I never got is why they didn't just let you have the dog in your party and not have him take up an entire slot. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Alright, thanks. No more quests. We got another level up. And we got a specialization! But we haven't unlocked any of them yet, so that sucks, but you know, it is what it is. More health this time. Since I always seem to be in the thick of it. So the reason I'm not doing these two is this person wants you to do traps and this person wants you to do healing potions, neither of which I can make, so, you know. We are leaving Lothering, and be very careful when you leave Lothering, as you can't come back. So, in fact, before I go, let's talk to these two dudes here.
The carnage we left in the wilds was horrifying.
How do you live without the forest all around?
Okay, never mind.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Are you serious?
I see enemies ahead.
Poor dudes.
You know this place will be overrun by the Darkspawn soon. If we go, we won't be able to come back.
It's fine.
Away with you, foul creatures! Twist, leave us alone!
Phew.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Just how obliged, exactly?
You want a reward, eh? I suppose that's an entirely reasonable request. How does 100 silver sound? I was going to use that to fix up the cart, but quite frankly, I'll be grateful enough that my son and I come out of this with our heads.
That's fine.
Good. One good turn deserves another. That's what the missus always claims. The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
I doubt you want to travel with the Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
All right.
Bad dreams, huh?
It did seem so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Are there any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
All right. And next time we will be going into our first big quest after we've outfitted everybody and spoken to everybody, of course, which is a big part of Dragon Age. So, I will see you then. Have a good one. Bye now. Oh yeah. Inception once more. Whoa.